The Appalachian Mountains don't rise like normal mountains. They loom, old, rounded, and endless. They stretch like the spine of something that never died, something that learned how to wait. The locals say the mountains remember everything. Footsteps, screams, names. And sometimes, when the fog settles low and the woods go quiet, the mountains remember you. I learned that on the 5th night. I was hiking alone, following an old logging trail that barely existed anymore. The trees were too close together, their branches woven like fingers locking to keep secrets in. Even during the day, the forest swallowed sound. At night, it felt deliberate, like the woods were holding their breath. The first sighting wasn't dramatic. That's what made it worse. I saw it at dusk, standing far upslope between the trees. Just a shape. Too tall. Too still. At first, I thought it was a burned tree trunk or maybe a hunter watching me. But it shifted its weight, and the movement was wrong. Slow. Heavy. Like something unused to being seen. It stepped behind a tree and didn't come out the other side. I told myself it was nothing. That's what everyone does. That night, my campfire kept shrinking no matter how much wood I fed it. The darkness pressed closer, thicker than it should have been. Around midnight, the forest went silent. Not peaceful silent, vacant, as if everything living had stepped away at once. Then I heard footsteps, not close, far away, slow. Each step sounded deliberate, measured, like something massive trying very hard to move quietly. I stayed frozen in my sleeping bag, eyes open, heart punching my ribs. I didn't hear breathing, but I felt watched. At dawn, I found footprints. They were sunk deep into the mud uphill from my camp, each one longer than my forearm. No claw marks, no shoe patterns, just broad, human-shaped impressions that pressed into the earth like the ground itself had given up. They circled my campsite once, not rushed, not confused, just curious. The second sighting came 2 days later. Fog rolled in thick that afternoon, the kind that makes distance meaningless. Trees appeared and vanished with every step. I smelled something then. Wet fur and rot, like an animal that had been dead for weeks but refused to leave. That's when I saw it cross the trail ahead of me. It didn't run, it walked. 7 feet tall, maybe more, covered in dark, matted hair that clung in uneven patches. Its shoulders were too wide, its arms hanging too low, knuckles nearly brushing the ground. I saw its profile for less than 3 seconds, but that was enough. Its head was wrong. Not like a bear, not like a man. The face was flat and heavy, with deep-set eyes that reflected no light at all. When it turned its head slightly, just enough, I saw those eyes move. They followed me. Then it vanished into the fog, soundless despite its size. I ran. That night, something mimicked my voice. It came from the trees beyond the firelight, soft and unsure, saying my name the way I say it when I'm tired. Each time it spoke, it got closer. Each time, the voice improved, more confident, more accurate. I never answered. Just before sunrise, I heard it breathing. The third sighting broke me. I was standing at a ridgeline overlook at dawn when the valley below began to move. At first, I thought it was shadows shifting with the light. Then the shadows stood up. 3 of them, all watching me. They were scattered along the tree line below, motionless, tall silhouettes barely distinguishable from the forest itself. One raised its head slowly. Another tilted sideways, like it was studying how I stood, how I breathed. The third one stepped forward, not toward me, but into clearer view. It wanted to be seen. Its eyes caught the light this time, dark, intelligent, and deeply wrong. There was no rage in its expression, No hunger, just awareness, and something like patience. I backed away without turning my back. Branches snapped behind me. When I glanced back, one of them was gone. The final sighting happened on my last night. I never saw its face. I only saw its outline, towering just beyond the tree line, framed by moonlight and fog. It stood at the edge of my camp, close enough that I could hear the slow creak of joints as it leaned forward slightly. It didn't enter the light. It didn't need to. Behind it, deeper in the forest, more shapes shifted, just barely visible, just barely there. Too many to count. Too tall to ignore. One of them knocked on a tree. Once. The sound echoed through the mountains like a warning bell. I left everything behind: pack, food, flashlight, and ran until the trees thinned and the road appeared like a miracle. I didn't stop until dawn broke and the mountains fell behind me. People ask if I believe in Bigfoot. I tell them belief has nothing to do with it. The Appalachians are old, older than names, older than fear. And some things don't hunt. They just watch.